Good morning, Year 2. This is Mrs. Kettenan, and I will be going through your literacy lesson today. Now, your learning objective today is to read a story starter and middle, then orally continue to finish the story. So that means that there is no writing again today. Okay, so the title of the story that I'm going to read to you today, well, I'm going to read the beginning and the middle, is called The Sandcastle. Now, here is the blurb. Josie Smith was on holiday at the seaside. She had spent all her money on a windmill for her best friend. But what she really wanted was some flags for her own sandcastle. Okay, now you might want to pause the video now, okay, because this is what I want you to do with a family member. I would like you to talk about and discuss the following just from looking at the picture and the blurb of the front cover. Okay, so first of all, what clues are there in the text and the picture that tell you that the story is about the seaside? Okay, well, I can see one. For example, Gran is sitting on a deck chair. Now, a deck chair is a chair that kind of folds up, and we often see people on the beach with them. Okay, nothing to think about. What other things do you think Josie might see, hear and smell at the seaside? And what was the weather like? How do you know? Okay. Right, so here we go. Again, let me just remind you of the learning objective. Now, the learning objective is to read a story starter and middle, then orally continue and finish the story. Just a quick reminder, orally means to tell something by speaking, okay? Like I said, you're not writing today. Here we go, let me read the beginning and the middle of the story. It's finished, called Josie Smith, and she was just going to say, "Can I have some flags for it?" when she remembered. She had spent all her money on Eileen's windmill. "What's the matter?" asked Josie's Gran. "Are you wishing you still had your spending money?" Josie Smith closed her eyes and tried to say no, but she couldn't. She closed her eyes tighter and tighter, and some little tears squeezed out. She opened her eyes and looked down the sands and saw everybody else's castles with coloured flags on them. "I don't want to dig anymore," said Josie, and her face felt hot and tired. "If you're tired, you can sit on my deck chair," said Gran. "I'm going for a little walk. If you are careful, you can wear my sunglasses as well. Would you like to?" "Yes," answered Josie. She sat on her Gran's deck chair and looked through her Gran's sunglasses that made the sea look brown and sad. Josie didn't like the seaside so much anymore. She wanted to go home. "Here I am," said Josie's Gran. "I'm really enjoying myself. I wish I had a big sandcastle, just like yours, but I am too old to build one." "You can have mine," said Josie. "I don't like mine anymore." Well, that is very kind of you, but I like a sandcastle with flags on it myself, replied Josie's Gran. I haven't got any flags, answered Josie. Some more tears squeezed out and rolled under her Gran's sunglasses. You haven't got any flags? Asked Josie's Gran. Well, a sandcastle's no good without flags. We'd better see if there are any in that magic handbag of mine. Okay, year 2. So I have read the beginning and the middle of this story about Josie and her Gran at the seaside. So now you have to think about an ending for the story. So let's have a look at some ideas. Okay. Now, here are some ideas. Do you think Gran actually has any bags? Sorry, that was my mistake. Any flags in her bag? Do you actually think that Gran's bag really is magic? Now, those are a couple of questions that you could be thinking about. And I've just thought of a couple of ideas because you want to use your imagination. Okay? See if you can think of any interesting things that could happen at the end of the story. So, could it be that Josie opens the bag and it is magic and she disappears inside it? Use your imagination. What could happen if she disappeared inside her Gran's bag? Where will she end up? Where will she go? What will she see? Will she actually find any flags? Another idea might be to imagine a big wave that crashes over Josie's sandcastle when she has finished it. Okay, so we're going to use our imagination. Now, I am now going to give my idea and I am going to orally tell you my ending of this story. So I'm going to read it to you orally. So I haven't written it, but I have used my imagination. Now, even though I'm orally telling something, I'm still thinking about adjectives. Okay, so that's describing words, adverbs, and interesting vocabulary. So here we go. Here's my ending. As Josie was about to check in her Gran's bag, there was suddenly a noise coming loudly from the brown sea. Children that were playing by the seashore started to run quickly because a huge foamy wave appeared. As quick as the wave appeared, it disappeared, and bobbing along in the sea were colourful flags. Although now there were no sandcastles. That is my ending. Okay, so see if you can think of one for yourself. Once you have done the ending of your story, why not ask one of your family members to video it and send it to your teacher? Anyway, thank you for listening to my lesson. Have a great day. Bye.